York Times reported that the State Department had spent $52,000 on curtains for Nikki Haley's official residence in New York. Now later they issued a correction because the expenditure was actually approved under the Obama administration. It's just that these fancy curtains were installed once Nikki Haley was the US ambassador to the UN. So now with that said, what stood out to me the most was an Obama official trying to make an excuse for this insane amount of money being spent on curtains, which by the way are not electric, motorized, right? So, you press a button and they'll open and they'll close as long as you press that button. Well, here's what the Obama official said. It's Patrick Kennedy, top State Department official under Obama. All she's got is a part-time maid, and the ability to open and close the curtains quickly is important. No, but you're done. I'm done with you, Patrick Kennedy. Didn't even know who you were to begin with, but I'm done with you. This is
Why did he think that was a good idea to say that?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
So to give you guys a sense of the numbers here, the curtains cost $29,000, which is amazing. But the ability to have them motorized cost $22,801. As opposed to this, which costs nothing.
Right. That's the
You could hire somebody daily just to do that, and it would be cheaper.
All she's got is a part-time maid, guys. Come on.
Poor girl. I mean, only a part-time maid. How do you live? I do declare. Only one part-time maid.
Like, there are people working full-time, getting paid minimum wage in this country and not able to buy food, not able to pay their rent, having to pick between medicine, food, rent, and $52,000 on curtains.
Yeah, but to be fair, the windows are big.
They're bigly. They're very
bigly.
strong windows, okay? Now, so this gives you a sense of groupthink that we talk about on the show all the time, whether it's Democrats or Republicans. People in power think, well, how does anybody live without motorized curtains, right? It's in this sense, it's literally a peek behind the curtains. Now, there's a second element to this story, which is a right wing going ballistic, because originally the New York Times had written it as Nikki Haley's decision. Now, fake news, right? All right. But guys, they corrected it. If the thesis was the fake news media makes up stories to discredit Republicans, why would they correct it? They would just make up the story, blame Haley, and never change it.
Also, look, here's the thing. I feel like if I'm doing something to my home, right, and I'm spending $52,000 on it, as soon as I sign the contract and it's been approved, I want the work done at least within a month, right? Why did it take this long to install these insanely pricey curtains? That I don't understand. So it was a mistake. They made a mistake, they corrected it. I'm glad the New York Times corrected it. But also keep in mind that it's easy to believe something like this coming out of the Trump administration because so many of his, so many people have spent taxpayer money on nonsense. You have Scott Pruitt. There was the other guy, forgot his name.
Ben Carson, the
Carson,
$90,000 desk.
Right, which only, didn't they get turned around, they were like, oh no, this was an accident, after everyone found out about it.
Because it was so ridiculous.
And we were talking during the break about what happens to state governments and city governments. I lived in a small town in Lubbock. The new mayor came in and was trying to spend like $1,500 on an office chair. And sit on the floor. People can't eat in your city. Sit on the floor. You know what I mean? Your knees are strong.
A chair that doesn't cost $1,500.
Right, seriously.
Right? And so maybe Nikki Haley could have even said, hey, you know what, I don't want the motorized curtains, but it's mainly on the Obama administration and the people in power, and it's their groupthink. Look, you want to criticize New York Times and other mainstream media, I do it all the time, but pick the right target. I think they're part of groupthink, so they think if a Republican or a Democrat has a lot of money that they got from big donors, that's a good thing, that they're the leading candidate. Well, that's an institutional problem because it leads to corruption. So that's a legitimate thing to criticize them on. They make an honest mistake and they correct it immediately. That's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. The mistake's a bad thing. The fact that they corrected it immediately shows you that they're honest.
Right.
And so it would be fair for you to be honest back about your perception of them. So, but the overwhelming point is the one that we all agree to, which is this.
Right.
Okay, that's how you close curtains.
And there is waste under both parties, we should say that. And that's so this is not surprising in that context.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.